Yeah, we'll always remain Fukras, man. I think that is something. It's so interesting. It's so weird. You just said Fukra and Pulkit का कॉल आ रहा था. जहां एक चीज चलती है, हम उसके 70 फॉर्मूला निकाल के वही फॉर्मूला हम चलाएंगे जब तक वो रगड़ के मतलब खत्म ना हो जाए.
हम्म,
देन कोई एक सोचेगा, अरे यार अब चल रहा है उसका एक रीमेक बनाते हैं. ये नया आइडिया है. पठान वाज अ kind of a unicorn, that brought people back to the theaters. Now that's a star I would always want to keep as a star, right? Shahrukh Khan. मैं उसको बहुत ही अलग तरीके से करता. सब करते हैं अलग तरीके से. अगर कोई करता बड़ा मजा आता है यार. मतलब चूचा इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टर. वो इट्स सो यूनिक. वरुण ने उसको बिल्कुल मतलब तराश के बनाया है उसको.
Good to
नाइस
see
टू
you. I
सी
think
यू.
that I'm all set to Varun में अपने biker jacket में.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. A lot of
And you
fun.
look as
मजा
if you're
आया.
all set to take your wheels and also Varun somewhere. You're the non-resident actor. कभी नाइल, कभी कंधार के dirt tracks, कभी विक्टोरिया एल्बर्ट के कहीं पर.
Oh God. नहीं नहीं, नॉन रेजिडेंट रेजिडेंट दो बनना. मैं नॉन रेजिडेंट होता तो फिर फुल टाइम वही होता. बट नहीं नहीं,
How?
यहाँ पे भी आई थिंक यहाँ पे भी काफी थोड़ा सा धमाल मच रहा है. सो आई गेट ग्रीडी. तो मैं घर ही पे थोड़ा चलाता रहता हूँ. यहाँ की बाइक्स भी चलानी है ना.
We need to see you in like a Doom. It's a very Doom kind of thing franchise. We need to see you on your dirt track. आपने
है
ये
ना
भी ऐसा
धूम के. धूम के लोग हैं यहाँ पे. बहुत 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 कंटेंडर हैं धूम के लिए.
एक है ना हमारा इंटरनेशनल कंटेंडर या कम ऑन. But
How are
lovely
you?
reviews. I'm very well, but amazing reviews coming in. But just tell me
Yeah. Sorry.
how's it like to dabble both Hollywood and Bollywood? दोनों जगह आपके पैर हैं.
It's hard. It's hard. I won't lie. It's hard only in terms of time. It is hard. I find myself struggling with that. I think I think I've been saying that in the interviews also earlier. The work is amazing. Just I have to try and find out a way to be able to streamline it all. In like 12 months given to us.
No, but it's amazing because I remember when I spoke to you when you did the movie with Dame Judi Dench in 2017. And
Yeah.
who knew that you would just make yourself like a constant there? Earlier there used to be murmurs of people from India going there. वो सब crossover करे, but you kind of entrenched yourself. How tough has that really been to become that maybe go-to actor? Like, let's get in touch with Ali Fazal. I mean, how does it work?
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it works because I finally have agents there. Finally, as in after Victoria and Abdul is when that sort of how do you say that ship start to sail because um this is how I've seen it. Of course, there are opportunities for everybody, but it just makes it more streamlined and easy when you have an agency over there, and those usually come when you have at least one film in the basket, or it sort of gives everybody a base from where to give you direction further going in. But of course, at the end of the day, it's all look, there's a lot of luck. There's a lot of time, the right time when that particular audition has come your way, or you've been pitched in that room by the team that is, gunning for you or championing you or representing you. Those things really, really do come into play. I can only hope that something comes my way so I can, show what I can, bring to the table. But I mean, but otherwise, we all, we're waiting for the big one, always.
I mean, it's remarkable, yeah, your, what do they call it, the film portfolio, but I'm sure to do something there, you might have to let go of something here. So as an actor, how do you make that choice? Because I'm sure you're caught in a very difficult position. ये भी कर लूं मैं, वो भी कर सकता हूँ, मगर एक करना हो.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was telling you earlier. It's that's something that I'm, juggling with. And maybe not fully like being able to get a grasp on it. But let's see, hopefully we'll find a way to, you know, marry the two together.
Sure, you will. So let's talk Kandhar. What was it like? What was the whole thing like? I know you went through extensive dirt biking, practices and all. But what was it about your character, Kyle, and the whole thing? What was it when they came to you with Kandhar? You were like, yeah, this is something I really want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it is something I wanted to do because, of course, the character was very, exciting. I wouldn't complain being on a bike in a really cool costume, and it was a very Mad Maxy sort of meets Terminator-esque kind of a role where I'm chasing, American CIA agent. I mean, why not? But I think on a deeper level, uh, the film is essentially an anti-war film, and it talks of the business of war and the futility of war in an area that is already so exploited for decades now, right? And it's very easy to make a film that shows you, the same thing we see in all films where a country is being saved, by the American counterpart, the CIA or whoever. I think for the first time, it doesn't do that. Half an hour into the film, you realize like, okay, there's more to it. There's everybody is a gray character. There are a bunch of mercenaries carrying out literally commands by their, heads, by the political sort of, you know, stand-ins for that place. And then, I mean, there's nothing close to religion or spiritual anything there. It's just a bunch of people in different costumes being uh, the the obvious allegory for the ideologies they represent, and that's it. But it's not. It's actually just pure transaction. My character rises above that, and I mean, not that I'm trying to say good things about myself, but it's the character that sort of understands that and is far more, I'd say, spiritual than any of the others because he just wants to execute the job. I mean, that's all he knows. So he does that. He still wants to get out. He wants to quit. Not quit, like get out and do it somewhere else, but not there. Uh, that's it. There's no glorification, is what I like. There's no, the heroism is not the, oh wow, yaar, kitni cool tarah se humne ye jeeta. Nobody really wins it, in the end.
Absolutely. But also, do your ideologies as a person impact your ideology as an actor? Because an actor will play anything because he's an actor. He'll play any
No,
part that comes his way.
no, of course my ideologies come in. And I don't know if actors will play anything. Of course, we've seen that. I doesn't make me very happy that actors will play anything, and then you just become a product and you're just doing a job, and it's a safe way to go and say, oh, but I'm just doing a job, you know. And yes, it's a job. We can't rain down on actors for playing parts. It's fine. Somebody shouldn't be, I don't know, trolled or whatever. But as an actor, when I'm choosing a part, I have to know what I'm bringing to the table. Um, uh, I have to know that this is what the film is going to be. This is how the film is going to affect people. It's film, art, cinema, paintings, music. They they shape our culture. The history is written with these in mind. They become pillars. Mm, so war and art, I suppose, that's why they go hand in hand. Uh, so I mean, I don't have that much clout and that much presence in the world right now as I would like to have. Um, but wherever I can make a difference, I try to be mindful at least of what I'm choosing and why I'm choosing it. And that's why I suppose working on this character was very important because we tried to make it evolve, past the regular perception of this, let's call it Islamophobia for that matter, or whatever, on the larger world stage. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Vahan say from Hollywood, let's jump to the Indian hinterland, you are also synonymous as Guddu Bhaiya. वैसे एक बात बताओ, आप कितने हैं, कितने गुड्डू भैया हो ऐसे?
मैं
कुछ,
लाइफ में?
हाँ, किसकी तरफ ज्यादा है आपका?
Oh God. I think Gudu is enough when I'm doing it. I've already done 2 seasons of it. I think after every season मैं बहुत exhaust हो जाता हूँ. So I don't think it features anywhere in my life. Um, maybe maybe some of my decisions are very, very erratic and impromptu. I think in that sense, sometimes I'm like Gudu. I go with what my mood is, and sometimes end up making a muck of things. Um, but yeah, I enjoy being all these parts.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just fascinating. कहाँ से फुकरा से शुरू किया था? फुकरा has like proved that he's anything but a fukara.
Yeah, we'll always remain Fukras, man. I think that is something. It's so interesting. It's so weird. You just said Fukra and Pulkit ka call aa raha tha. But yeah, man, these people obviously will remain the closest ones for me. Of course, one of them is my wife, but apart from that is these are a bunch of great friends. We just celebrated 10 years, and yeah, it was amazing.
Absolutely. And talking about your wife, how is it going? Congratulations on speaking to you after your marriage. How is married life treating you?
Amazing, amazing. Last year was a bit hard because we could spend very little time together, but slowly I'm realizing that is a part of uh, the new home, that you have to find time for each other, and it's amazing. It's like the good fight. I like fighting the fight for time.
Wow. As she started cooking, she used to say, Ali better khana banata hai, sab khana वहां से आता है. So कुछ rub
I
off
like
हुआ?
cooking.
हाँ,
I like
कुछ rub
cooking.
off
I
हुआ है
I think
आपका?
both of both of us like cooking, but whenever we get the time, I suppose we do date nights, and yeah, we do a little thing. But yeah.
Awesome. So मिर्जापुर 3 के बारे में क्या बता सकते हैं? सब उतावले हैं, गुड्डू के साथ क्या होने वाला है? कुछ deets, कुछ?
Ah, I'll be chopped. But end of the year, I think hopefully, yeah. I was just sorry, I was just dubbing it a couple of days back, so it's scary. Um, I don't know what people are gonna see of me. How Yeah, it's a big jump for Gudu's character, and let's see how. I can't tell, but I think that a lot of people are waiting, and little more wait will totally be worth it.
And also, do you think that these platforms has liberated actors too? Because, Bollywood used to be the ultimate destination and everybody wanted to work, fighting and scrambling for whatever they could get. But the streaming platforms have just proved another. And also, in a way, are overtaking stuff. I know we can't get into the box office versus whatever. Some films are meant for the theater, but we've recently seen how those films have been performing. What do you think of it?
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm still a sucker for cinema, for the celluloid. I myself religiously go every week to the theater, even if I'm alone. So I know that I would love for people to come back to the theaters, because that's really the true essence of it all. I've been part of one truly good long form show, which is Mirzapur. Um, so I haven't done that much there. I really hope I can do more, OTTs, and even cinema on OTTs. In fact, movies. I am, but uh, yeah, the field has become same, right? Uh, it's on a global stage. The world has gotten smaller. You can share notes now all across. Everybody has access to that. So I think that's where people are all pulling up their socks, and we have to make good stuff, But there's just so much. Like, there's so much. Doesn't it? I mean, think about it. Doesn't that tire you? Like, I'm sure you must be watching and having to watch so much because of the interviews and stuff. And after a point, it's a brain drain. Like, you can't. It's like, yeah, like I suppose everybody has to exist in different algorithms. Otherwise, you can't catch up.
We have become algorithms, but you do see a mediocrity also seems to have set in. पहले वो
Yeah,
होता था program है, but अब platforms के साथ है. If
I
Fazal
feel,
have done well, it spawned shows like that.
but that's the problem with cinema also. Now we did that every time. This is something embedded in us. जहां एक चीज चलती है, हम उसके 70 फॉर्मूला निकाल के वही फॉर्मूला हम चलाएंगे जब तक वो रगड़ के मतलब खत्म ना हो जाए. देन कोई एक सोचेगा, अरे यार अब चल रहा है उसका एक रीमेक बनाते हैं, ये नया आइडिया है ना. मतलब या दैट वो मेंटालिटी नहीं जाएगी ना. आप चाहे ओटीटी ले आओ चाहे वो ले आओ, वी हैव टू स्टॉप दैट आई थिंक. Otherwise, we'll keep coming back to the nature, right? The nature can't be changed unless there is catharsis, and cathartic changes are made at the very root of it. The moment we artists become slave to another system, boom, you're gone again. So I'm sorry, but OTT is not going to be the savior for everybody. Maybe for a little while, but we have to, whatever system enables the artist, that is the one that will thrive. You know, वो जहां उल्टा होता है. I'm sorry, I'm only saying this because we're witnessing one of the biggest strikes right now in Hollywood. A lot of my work is pushed because of that. I'm on standby because of everything that is pushed in Hollywood right now. मतलब वाकिन फीनिक्स का फिल्म रुक सकता है तो अपन लोग कुछ नहीं है. So yeah, and I think SAG is also going to go on strike. So, but these are strikes for the better good, right? So we hope that that you know the studios or whoever it is running the show, we all come to some conclusion, and maybe even before anything like this happens here, we can take from that, from what's happening right now in Hollywood. Yeah, we should.
But you've also launched a production company, you and Richa. So what are the kind of movies and narratives you want to push forward? Being actors and creators yourself.
Yeah, we have a very interesting roster of different things, movies, podcasts, show, couple of things. We're very excited about our first film. Hopefully going to share it with the world very, very soon. It's ready, and it's up to premiere somewhere very interesting, hopefully. And yeah, it's called Girls Will Be Girls. Um, we're really proud of it. That's all. Yeah.
Awesome. Now I've got some fan questions. And firstly, how is it working with a Hollywood production different from Bollywood?
Oh.
Because I'm sure you answer all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's the economics is different. Bollywood is the Hindi film industry, which is part of the Indian film industry, where there are also 17 other languages and more. Hollywood is the North American, where automatically, because I mean, I've been part of studio films, so those end up catering or releasing theatrically in close to 200 films, 200 countries, or so, and that's why I think it's just the beginning only is different, but the ethics and the stories and the emotions are all the same. Yeah.
An experience you never want to re-experience.
Oh. Not having money for my rent at the end of the month, worrying about food. I don't want to experience that. I hope no one should go through that.
Absolutely. Do you also feel that OTT has upended the star system? And do you feel there are many actors who are still underappreciated despite their commendable
work? Yes. Yes, there will always be actors that will be underappreciated. It is, I suppose, for us to realize which worlds we have to be part of and which worlds give us the maximum satisfaction. Because work is supposed to bring us happiness. Then comes judgment and all that, and scrutiny, which should just be positive. But the OTT has made it a level playing field for all of us. The star system, I don't think can be appended is the word, right? You said, yeah. I think it's I think it'll always remain. There is a flamboyance and a joy in that we as audiences, as a culture, we like celebrating, people for their larger than life presence, and what they bring. Like I've said earlier, also Pathan was a kind of a unicorn, that brought people back to the theaters. Now that's a star I would always want to keep as a star, right? Shah Rukh Khan. So no, I don't think that will happen ever, ever. It's not possible.
And he's also, other than a star, he's also an emotion for, he represents a lot of things for India in many
He
ways.
does, he does, and yeah, yeah, and we're all gunning for him. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's just terrible. अच्छा अब कोई पठान का फॉर्मूला फॉलो कर रहे हैं, इंटरव्यूज नहीं करेंगे, शाहरुख खान देखो क्या हो रहा है यार, वो शाहरुख खान है. Everyone's following that marketing strategy. फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का सबसे बड़ा झूठ बताओ आप हमें, सबसे बड़ा झूठ.
ओ हाँ, कि हम लोग रोज पार्टी करते हैं, है ना? हम लोग निकम्मे लोग हैं, हम पार्टी करते रहते हैं. On the contrary, मतलब we are the most disciplined people who have to wake up on time and eat good, and unfortunately social, at least I know our lives, socially we are very selective,
हाँ?
वेरी वेरी सिलेक्टिव. तो बहुत कम टाइम स्क्रीनिंग पे, मुझे अपनी फिल्म की स्क्रीनिंग पे बुलाते हुए मैं हिचकिचाता हूँ लोगों को. मुझे डर लगता है कि मैं इतनी बेशर्मी से सबको बोल रहा हूँ कि आप अपने लाइफ के 3 घंटे मुझे दीजिए, 1 घंटा ट्रैवल और 2 घंटा फिल्म. It's a huge responsibility. I feel guilty, man, when I'm sending invites. That in itself is a big step.
Whose Fukrey character do you wish to play apart from yours and your wife?
Ah, why apart from my wife? That's my
भोली का
favorite
कोई
character.
भोली नहीं.
अच्छा हाँ,
अच्छा,
उसको रिप्लेसेबल है.
हाँ.
आई डोंट नो. मे बी हनी, और कैन आई से एक्चुअली चूचा. और आई किड यू नॉट, मैं उसको बहुत ही अलग तरीके से करता. सब करते हैं अलग तरीके से, अगर कोई करता बड़ा मजा आता है यार. मतलब चूचा इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टर. वो इट्स सो यूनिक. वरुण ने उसको बिल्कुल, मतलब तराश के बनाया है उसको. And I'm saying that because that will be the most challenging one to crack.
True. And
Yeah.
he's teacher for life. एक चीज सबने पूछी है, एक चीज जो आपकी बीवी, now not as a girlfriend, your wife now tolerates about you since you're living in the same home.
Oh, my little idiosyncrasies about where I've kept what, and time. Yeah, I have a time for everything. Like the first 5 minutes of this interview, what was bothering me was that I was 2 minutes late. You guys had to wait for me to come on, and these things bother me. Um, and that sometimes people have to put up with. So that's a bit of a.
But one thing that you really admire about your wife, जो उसको बताया नहीं है, यहाँ बता.
Oh God, there are a lot of things which I will probably not share on interview, but let's see what I can. Her sense of, actually, her spiritualism, her sense of um, empathy for everybody, and I mean everybody. It's bizarre. Something happening on the other end of the world can affect her down to her, to the bottom of her, to the gut, and it scares me because I'm sitting with her and I have to take care of her then, because it does affect, so in those times, of course, and times when she has to take care of me, so I guess it works both ways.
Wow. And जाते जाते, a thing that you could steal from your following co-stars, Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh man, the grace, the respect that he has for people, and yeah, just the grace that he has, the grace with which he carries his entire persona into the future, you know. it's hard as you become more famous and famous and famous and as famous as him. Because it just becomes, you're carrying everyone, you're carrying so many things and people and emotions with you as one entity. So yeah,
Gerard Butler.
I mean, legend, a great friend I can call now, hopefully. um, yeah, it's someone I've loved sharing notes with and spending time with. Um, hope our paths cross very good, very soon, in good time. Yeah.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Who?
Ranbir.
The best actor right now in Bollywood.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites. I think, yeah, he's amazing.
I agree. Gal Gadot.
Oh, she's wonderful. She's
The
um,
fitness level, I think everybody would want to steal, yeah.
oh man, but she's trained and all, yeah. Hardcore, मतलब वो ऐसा कुछ martial arts कर चुकी है. She's trained in the army and stuff. So but wonderful, lovely to have worked with, and a very very generous and a very sweet person. I mean, Alia's working with her now on their new film. The what's it called?
Heart of Stone.
Right, yes, Heart of Stone. So yeah, all the very best to them.
And lastly, Vicky Kaushal. उससे क्या चुराना चाहोगे?
Vicky say some of his talent. I think he's got a lovely innocence about him, and that really works. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. And now what can we expect from you? Mirzapur 3 का पता है, Fukrey 3 की भी बात, Hollywood क्या? What can we expect?
Well, Vishal Bhardwaj's film is coming. Tabu and I have done Bhamika and me, Tabu. It's slated for this year. It depends on when Netflix decides to release it. It's ready. Then there's another film called Afghan Dreamers, but that's a Hollywood film again. Small indie film we did, very cute film. Yeah, that's it. And I'm just working on Basu's film right now.
What was it like sharing screenplays with Tabu? Yeah, she's just this. I mean, how do I describe her? That woman is a masterclass. I want to ask you, what was it like? Like we see her and admire. I want to ask you as a co-star, what was it like to share screen space with her?
Mohabbat.
Totally.
Bas.
She is it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the perfect sum up. There's no other word.
Oh, thank you so much. Looking forward and hope to meet you in person soon. Yeah, all the very best.
Very, very, very soon. Thanks, Uba. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. 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 Bye.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.